You one-way the spike. You jump spot, 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 you jump spot. The guy's defusing. You peek, you shoot, you die. You res. This is gonna give you like 60 seconds because the spike is one-weight. They cannot kill you because they're trash and you're better. You win the game. There's a gap, obviously, and you know that. And you say bad smoke, and instead of replacing the smokes, you're like, okay, F it, we're going in, right? Cool. Now you run in and you die. And you say that he didn't hit any of the 2 trips. Now let's watch this again. You hit the trip. The trip is broken. By what? By the shock dart. Alright. The round is over. Next round. What I'm gonna recommend for everyone forever. Second round. You buy a sheriff. Once you do buy a sheriff, usually you just try to fight on mains. We're gonna pull up the machine right now, and the machine is this pen that you're looking at right now. 2,600, whatever. You buy a sheriff, that's minus 800. What is it gonna say is that in the next round, you're still gonna be able to afford a vandal with low armor. You're gonna have around this number. So that's 290 for a vandal and 400 for low armor. And it's worth taking that because on these eco rounds, when you buy a sheriff, you can contest in lower ranks. And lower ranks I consider Immortal 2 and below. In lower ranks, you can contest these short spaces where even though you're fighting a vandal, when you have a sheriff, it's almost a 50-50. And you get a 50-50 fight for $800. So always buy a sheriff on your eco rounds. I don't care if you suck at it, become better at it. You have to shoot head, obviously, when you buy sheriff, alright? Okay. This is not good. If you had a sheriff, this is perfect. You don't have a sheriff, you're gonna get bodied by the sheriff. Also, they just lost 1 member on their team, which is fine. See, you had a sheriff. This was almost a headshot. It was a surprised peek from this sage, and you almost headshotted the guy. Now imagine you had a sheriff, right? That's what I'm talking about. It's like a 40% chance of winning the fight with a sheriff against a vandal. Now unlucky, not really unlucky, I'm just saying unlucky whenever some bad stuff happens in my life and you just move on. Okay, let's hear the comms.
Can you put your camera here so you can walk down?
Decent cam. It's a good comm. I'm not gonna judge too much more. It's a good start. Instead you should be like, let's go B and Sova shock dart the trips. If they didn't have the cipher, let's go B, jet dash. That's like 80% of the job done. You just tell your duelist to entry. That's all you have to do. Right now, it's very careful about picking these orbs because if you have a crazy ass duelist, now in this case, the jet is pretty passive, then you have to throw the smokes fast. Jet also cannot dash in before you throw the smokes, if we're playing correctly. Okay, so here are the smokes. Here are the smokes. And okay, we're waiting a little bit, but it's fine. And when you're executing, and the smokes are bad, but who cares? When you're executing, you gotta use all of your utility, such as bubbly wobbly, to push them, you know, to hit these important spaces so that they don't fight back or you can kill them easily. When it comes to smokes, you should smoke here and I guess here if you want. You really should take backside. You have to clear out this corner. It's very dangerous. Unlucky. If you threw the bubble like earlier, as you were running out, and then you run in here, and this is a pretty terrible clear, by the way. Like if there's a guy there, you're kind of dead. You should AD that, but okay.
Go find market.
Go find market. When your whole team A is not a good call. It's almost like let's play default when all of your team is A main, right? And default, for those of you who don't know, is when one guy is standing here, usually there's 3 middle and one guy holding A main. So you're just playing for picks on a default and try to take space one by one, which is generally good for attackers. Now, when your whole team is in A main and you say let's fight market, I can literally bet money that it's not gonna work for you. See? Your team doesn't care. They're too far away. They're too far away from your comm, unfortunately. Now, as Clove, you can still go and lurk middle because you're still going to be able to smoke both of the sides. So what I would do to you is keep an, if I were you, I would keep an eye on your, I don't know why is Jet holding lurk 5 seconds at the start of the round, but when you're lurking as a controller, you have to just throw the smokes when times are necessary. Now you shouldn't throw the smoke yet because they don't have elbow, but as soon as they're gonna have like, they're gonna be like right here, you have to throw, I would recommend throwing this smoke, you know, instead of the smoke right here. Okay, you're breaking door, which is fine. You're making some pressure. It's fine. See, they don't have elbow yet, but Jet gets the trade, which is massive. Not good. You should not be taking the orb yet. It looks like you have the side. You don't. You really don't. Because we already see pressure coming back. There's at least gonna be 2 on the side, right? And then there's gonna be like 1 more who's gonna fast rotate from middle. So you have to kill at least 2 people to be making these types of decisions of taking the orb, which you didn't, which means that you have to go and help Jet. If Jet dies right here, you lose instantly, and your team is about to push in to the side and you're taking the orb, which is not good. Now Sova commits, gets the side. Now you are actually in an advantageous position if you use your smoke CT. Or you can either smoke this, or you can smoke one way here and then bubble off this back wall, or this bubble, and you can fight the guys that are bubbled. If you don't smoke, you're probably gonna lose. Yes, you have to focus on the smoke right now. You have to focus on the smoke. You have to throw the smoke. Okay, got lucky. Jet got the kill. And decent smoke. Sova fought alone. That's good for you. Now, as a controller, you should usually play for trades and try to be the last one to survive, because you have smokes, and if the bomb was playing right here, you can just one way and you just win. Another thing is you have this bubble, so okay, well, I don't hate it too much, but you should definitely not push past the smoke. Like, you already took risk going into the smoke. Like, if this is higher ranks, someone's already in the smoke and you're dead, and you don't even have your gun out by the time you come in. Okay, it's fine. You get into the smoke. Surely we don't push into this 25 angle crossfire, right? We do. No one's there. Which is good, because once you have this and you hear that all of them are there, you just win the game by not, you know, just wrapping them up. You actually just made it so much losable. Did you just... Okay, wait. So you hear them. I think you heard them right here. So what you should be doing, always just try to use your bubble in taking 1v1s. You come, as you pull out your bubbly wobbly, come closer to his wall, and you bounce it off, like this. So I took this fight.
Damn it, I got 2 inches. I hit him.
Okay, it's fine. And you actually lost a round? Wow. When you take the space, it's a 4v2 right now. You know that there's one guy here, there's one guy here. You can either fight him with your bubble, which I wouldn't hate, or you can come back and fight him with your jet, because it's gonna be a 2v1 here and a 2v1 here. You're giving them exactly what they want, which is 1v1s, and you should not give 1v1s when you're, you know, when you want to win the game. Eco round, you buy a share. Very good. And now you should look for a fight right now. Right now. See, this is very subtle, but what you're doing I already don't like. You kind of back off into this corner, and if, for example, their Sage, which pushed last time, is walking down this corner, which is gonna be walking down this corner, she sees your body, and this is the perfect timing for Sage to be like, okay, no one's there, I'm gonna go and lure. And she's just gonna spray through the wall, and you're gonna die, and you're gonna be like, right? And we can hear one more person right there. So you should just be confident and take this 1v1. Just push him. Because right now you're going mid, it's gonna be more than 30 meters, you're not gonna get a one tap, you know what I mean? You should check what gun your teammates had. This one guy just died in the middle. Right. Right now your whole team is... You're probably gonna die here, yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna blame you because it's an evo round and your whole team is about to get cooked. You should focus on the main image, which is buy a sheriff, take a 1v1 in one of the mains, you know what I mean? So this is good. I like... Okay, I'm just watch the round. Yes, and you can push further right now. Right now you have ult and you have overheal, so you can definitely pull out your bubble right here, and you just push and you win the game. Another thing you can do is, if you remember last time I said if the bomb is playing here, you can one-way it and just win the game. You go right here and you let your teammates do dumb stuff. While you wait for your teammates to do dumb stuff, you can just be ready here to trade your gecko as soon as they pick, right? You one-way the spike, you jump spot, 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 you jump spot. The guy's defusing. You peek, you shoot, you die. You res. You jump spot, you jump spot. This is gonna give you like 60 seconds because the spike is one-wayed. They cannot kill you because they're trash and you're better. You win the game. Like, you have time to think right now. Instead you pushed. You had your bubble. Okay, fine. Anyways, if all you have is one piece of utility, which is a smoke, you should think about how can I maximize the results that I'm gonna get. And to do that, you can one-way here, or you can one-way on this box. And now you should push. You can just push anything you like.
All there.
Unlucky, you got cleaned there. Let's see the comps.
Bro, I'm gonna keep a bucket with you. I cannot hear you. Did you say smoke top mid?
Use your bitch ass brother. Now you're the controller. You're controlling where are we going, right? Cypher. No one's on B side. You throw the smoke up here, deep, and then you slowly, because there are cypher trips, you run into B. Instead, you don't smoke, is what I'm seeing. God help you don't die here. And now you're going slowly, and then you slowly.
Cypher trip in the fucking world.
Slowly. We go slowly. That's why we go slow. We have 4 versus 0. Because you're gonna smoke one of this or one of this, whatever. And you win the game. That's it for this episode. We're gonna continue the next one. Thank you for watching. And subscribe and watch more.